Good morning, students. We will start our computer science chapter 3 word processor, which comes under basic ICT skills. So here you will be discussing the following topics like word processor and lists, page numbering and printing, tables, autocorrect, password protection, and spreadsheet and introduction, formula and functions, sorting, printing, password protection, and the presentation software. Okay, let us get into the session. First one, word processor. So, what is word processor? As the name you can understand, processing the word, right? Processing the word. Here we see the document that we are dealing. Document we are preparing will be processed into a finalized one, which is an flawless, that is error free document. Okay, the content we are typing, the content you want to convey will be the textual matter, and this textual matter will be subjected to organization, corrections, merging, header footers, and every sub alignments will be added, and then it will be produced as a flawless document. Okay, the features included are it is so fast and we can edit. Document can be edited once it is created. Then storage can be a permanent one. It can be formatting. Formatted represents we can alter the style, font size, spacings, all these small corrections can be added. This one is called formatting. Okay, graphics like inserting pictures, gif images. Okay, then spell check. Unknowingly when we make mistake, it will show you a red line under the word where you have misspelled. So auto spell check will be available, and mail merge. You can directly link your document to with the emails. Okay, so this word processor's main window is shown here. This is the main window of the document, that is a word processor. So here you see is the title bar. The top of the page you will be seeing the title bar. So title bar shows, the title bar will represents what is the title of your document. For example, I am taking here as computer science document. The title bar will be given as computer science dot doc. DOCS is the extension. Okay, so the name of your document will be displayed on the title bar. Then the menu bar. So here can you see the menu bar? So this one, file, edit, file, edit, view, insert, format, table, tools, window, help. This one, this single horizontal line is called out to be the menu bar, which is located just below the title bar. Okay, it lists a writer menu option. The options here mentioned are the writer menu. Okay, the next one is formatting toolbar. So formatting toolbar consists of tools frequently used for formatting. So here we the under thing, that is this line, no. So this line is said to be as the formatting toolbar, where we will be using, so frequently used formatting options will be displayed here. Okay, the next thing is standard toolbar. So next to the menu bar, it comes the most commonly used tools, that is like copying, like saving, then what zooming, then what corrections, all these things, that is highlighting, all these options are called out to be the standard toolbar. Standard tools, it will be placed in the this section called standard toolbar. The next one is ruler bar. So ruler bar comes here. So can you see this? This and this is called as rulers, where you will create a margin for your document and fixes you the margin on default. So it is called out to be the standard toolbar, sorry, ruler bar. The next one is status bar. So status bar, can you see down? Yes, this one is the status bar, which displays the information which includes page numbers, column, line number on which your cursor is present. So when your cursor point is present over here, it will shows on which line or the which word your document, that is the cursor, is being pointed. So status bar displays how many lines, number of rows, number of columns, okay, and the number of words that you are using there. Okay, next one is scroll bar. Can you scroll lock, a word called scroll lock? This one is said to be as the scroll bar. We can move your document to the up and the down using this scroll bar. Also, you can move your document to the right, to the left using this scroll bar. Okay, so you are familiar with this now? Yes, let us move into the next session, that is creating and opening a file. So you all know to create and open a file. In 9th standard we have did in the computer laboratory, right? So here we are going to see how to create and open a file. Simply from the desktop, when we right click our mouse or right click the menu, we will get some options like this: view, sort by, refresh, then an option named new is there, right? When you go and place your cursor near the new, you will see some list of options available on the right. So new folder, shortcut, then set up image, then contact, journal document, text document, and finally you will see a text document there, and you have to click that text document. Once you click that text document, you will be seeing a empty documented page which will be shown on the window. Okay, empty documented page on the window. Here you can start typing your content. Okay, next one, saving a document. Once you have completed typing your document, see here, once completing, this is the document space where the work area, it is called out to be the work area. So once completing your work in this work area, you have to go to this file option. So here is a file, right? File option, and that file option, when you click, you will be getting this options: new, open, save, save as. Okay, new, open, save and save as options. So save and save as are different one. As such, save will directly store your file in the default location. So where your all the files are being defaultly given up space, there your file will be located or saved. When you give save as, you can choose your own place for your file to be saved. Okay, save will defaultly store your file in the default location, and the save as will be storing your file in the desired location. This is the difference between the save and the save as. Save can be stored in the also the save can be stored in the form how your document is. But save as will help you to store your file as a PPT, as an image. It will give you an option. Okay, so when we give save, this window will be open. So this window will shows you, see, can you see Matthew desktop WikiHow? So this is the default location, and you will be typing your name for your file here, that is to be displayed on the title bar. Okay, so we'll be giving the name here, and save as option will be for the type of document you need to be saved. And finally, when you click the save option, your file will be saved. Okay, clear with this? Okay, next one is character formatting. So as I said, formatting refers to the changing the style, font size, and font shape, then adding colors, then giving effects to your thing. These are all comes under character formatting. Let us see font style and alignment. So font style refers, so there are defaultly some number of font styles being given in your MS Office package. Okay, so when we click the home menu, a small open box like this will be displayed. Okay, so when we click the small drop down arrow, you will be listing out certain number of font styles. Here we can see Cambria, Calibri, Fang Song, Harrington, Century Gothic, Times New Roman, Arial Narrow, Felix Titling. These are all some different types of fonts. Okay, once selecting your document, you have to select this any one format and select this one. Okay, next to the font style, you will be giving with the 16 number and a drop down arrow. So this is for the size of your font. You can change the size of your font using that number. Okay, then the next thing is alignment. Alignment is the form we have learnt in the 9th standard, positioning the text. Alignment is nothing but positioning the text. It is of 4 different types: left alignment, center alignment, right alignment, and the justified alignment. So left alignment will pulls out all your words to the left. Okay, the left alignment will pulls out all your document to the left. When you have some empty spaces, it will leave it on the right. Okay, center alignment is the thing which drags all your content to the center, leaving the white spaces before and after, that is left and the right. Okay, right alignment refers to dragging of all the words towards the right, leaving the white spaces on the left. Okay, justified paragraph will make you to see a paragraph to be fit to the page, leaving the white spaces only at the bottom, this is called out to be the alignment. Okay, next thing, headers and footers. So we have seen headers and footers. So what is header? Header is the title of your, not the title you will give, not the main title, the title you will giving at the top of your right corner or left corner or center. Okay, that will be mentioned in all the pages of your document. This one is called out to be the header. So header is the title that is being repeated in all the pages depending upon the positions we are selecting. Footer is similarly the bottom heading, bottom title which you will be seeing on the all the pages of your document based on the position we select. Okay, so for header you have to select the header footer option. Okay, this is header and the footer. So when we see in our subject books and all, we can see this class name of the chapter for single chapter in the repeated pages until the chapter gets completed, right? That is called out to be the header. For page footer, you will be seeing the page numbers at the bottom till the end of your lesson or end of your book depending upon the editing, right? That is called as footer. Okay, there is an option for find and replace. So find and replace is the one when we have a number of pages document. When we have a huge number of paged document, we will be difficult to find a word. We will be difficult to find a word by reading line by line, right? So for that we do have an option called find and replace. Find and replace. So in the menus bar, edit option will be there. At the bottom of the edit option you will be having find and replace option. So you can find, for example, your document is of 10 pages. Okay, you are replacing ninth instead of, you are replacing nineth, ninth instead of the ninth you are placing as 10th. You have to select the find and replace option in the menus bar, and replace you will be getting this window. Okay, you'll be getting this window, and find what is the word you are going to enter. So here you will be mentioning the ninth, and in the replace with option you will be giving 10th. So all the places of the 10 page document with the word ninth will be replaced by 10th. Okay, so finally this is the method for finding and replacing. Your second topic is list numbering and printing. So list numbering and printing includes list types. So what is a list? List is collecting and grouping in a step by step manner is called as list. So list is of two types. One is ordered list and unordered list. So ordered list will be given in a proper number format, either by numbers, either by letters, either in alphanumeric methods, either using Roman numerals, letters. Everything can be added in the ordered format is called as ordered list. Okay, so unordered list refers to the bulletins, arrow marks. So can you see in the here bulletins, arrow marks, dots, then some small dotted images, then ticks. These things are called as unordered list, where we can shuffle the points, or we do not need in an ordered manner. We can go with the unordered list. When we need it in the ordered form, we can go with C 1, 2, 3 numbers and Roman numerals, letters, small letters. Okay, these things can be comes under ordered list, and these comes under unordered list. So these options will be there on your home tab itself. So home tab itself you will be seeing like this, next to like in the paragraph groups. In the home tab paragraph group you will be seeing these alignments and the ordered list. Next thing, tables, autocorrect and password protection. So third topic is tables. So what is a table? Table is a form of having rows and columns. Table is the form which has rows and columns, right? So table will be detailing your data in the grid form. In the grid form, it is useful for you to enhance your document. There will be vertical columns and horizontal rows. The intersection of, see, this is called out to be the intersection. The intersection of rows and columns is called out to be the cell. Okay, so how to insert table into your document? To insert table into your document, you have to select insert menu. You have to select insert tab. Insert tab. In the insert tab, there is an option for table. This table option is selected. You can see number of grids like this. Once you drag your mouse like this, you can see how many number of rows with number of columns. This is one form, and another one is, here there is an option for insert table. Once you click that, you will be asked for number of rows and columns. Okay, on giving the numbers alone, 4, 3, you will be getting a 3 cross 4 table. Okay, this is the method of inserting a table. Once a table is being inserted, you want some other rows or columns to be added again. So for that, you will be placing your cursor like this. Here your cursor is next to E, right? Placing your cursor there and right clicking your mouse or your cursor pointer, you will be getting options like this, and then you will get an option like insert. Insert, when you select, you will be seeing insert column to the left. You want the column on the left or column on the right, row on the above or row below. So 4 options will be asked. From that you have to select one. This is one method. Okay, this is the method of inserting. Also, for the next to insert, you are having an option like delete cells. If you have typed a continuous cell or a particular cell in a wrong way, you can select the cell and just simply click the delete cell option. One more method of deleting rows and columns, a continuous rows and columns, is you can see a X box nearer to the in the home tab of X marked box like this, and it is named as delete. Once you select that, you will be seeing delete cells, delete columns, delete rows and delete table. On selecting this, you will be seeing your columns or your cells will be deleted. Okay. Next thing is password protection. So you want your document to be so safe and secure, you have an option to save your document with a password. Save your document with a password. For that, as we seen in the first session, saving a file session, there is an option for save, right? So when you click save, your default location like Ravi document will be opened and your file name will be asked. You will be giving your file name over there and just click save. So there is an option for save with password. There is an option for save with password. Once you select this, save with password, you will be getting a box pop up like this, and here you can type your password and we have to re-enter our password. Okay, so re-entering the password will help you to memorize your password and confirming your password. On clicking OK, your file will be protected with the password. Once you want to open it again, you have to enter your password and then only we can open our file. Okay. Thank you.